Hurrah! Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. I don't know what to say. This is going to be a powerful show, a not so powerful show. After yesterday, I don't know if you remember, we did mention something about yesterday, like how I saw the dominance. It just wasn't what we expected, and pretty much it's still not what I expect. So what does all this mean, basically? I think that's the key right now. Also, guys, if you can see on the left hand side, you'll see a banner. That's my disclaimer. My name is Sham. I do crypto analytics. Give me a coin and I'll tell you what I think about it. Mostly opinions, how I feel about certain projects. But other than that, it is what it is. Let the market do its thing. That's the most important thing. That's what I believe. So let's see how all of this works out today. Okay, because I'm just literally doing this on the fly. Nothing interesting. You might see a banner pop up on the bottom. That's also my disclaimer. So let me know what you think about this new disclaimer. And if the music is too loud as well, please let me know. Because I can't monitor exactly how loud it is or not. Okay, so let me know, please. Yeah. Right. This is our thing from yesterday. I'm going to leave this for now. Let's work a little bit backwards. Alright, let's work a little bit backward. Alright. So let's have a look at the fear and greed. So we know the day before yesterday we had 78%. Yesterday we were on the video we had 70. So let's have a look and see what it is now. It's still 70. Awesome. So that hasn't changed anything. We know yesterday we saw this 2,300 BTC leave, which was super bullish. Let's have a look and see what the market is showing to us right now. Not bad. Ethereum not looking that bullish, but BTC keeping it consistent. Happy days. Let's have a look at the entire market and see exactly what's going on. We can see today Ethereum is leading, DOT is holding, consumers moving as well, because obviously DOT. So we see some coins moving. Bake, my god, my Bake, I love the Bake. Bake is awesome. So that's holding. BTC is also holding positive. Everything holding really good. SHIB holding, my god, even though it's red, SHIB still holding, so that's really good to see. USDC down, BUSD down, and where the hell is USDT? We want to see that down as well. We want to see that completely vanish, because that's how we know the market is super solid. Let me change scene to double check what the chat is, if there's any chat, because I know the channels are bugged. Let me have a look and see what's going on. YouTube is definitely bugged, by the way, guys. YouTube doesn't want us crypto YouTubers to go around punching out videos. Don't know why. They seem to have a thing against that. A lot of people have faced this same issue. They're not getting notifications. They're not getting anything. We have no idea why they are doing what they're doing. So let me go back into YouTube. It's public. It's public. Maybe I need to press save again. Yeah, I didn't press save. So you guys may be seeing this stream slightly delayed, or maybe it just went live now for you. So don't panic. I didn't say much. I didn't do much. So we restart this again. Obviously we'll restart this again, not to worry. So I just realized my mistake. So what I was saying was we've had this basically yesterday. This is what's happening today. That's what I did. Also you can see the BTC change in the market. I did do this as well, and we're looking at a 2.6 or 2,600 BTC leaving the exchanges, while Ethereum looks a little bit bearish. That's all I was saying, nothing more. I was also doing this while I was talking to myself, and that the entire market looks pretty good. I don't see USDT. I want to see USDT be red, but it's not. Also, if you are listening in, let me know if the sound is okay and if the music is too loud. That's all I want to know. I want to know if the music is too loud for you. If it is, please let me know. Then I can adjust the music, because as you can see, I'm using a banner on the left hand side. I've also got a banner on the bottom as well. So let me know if the music is too loud. Okay, Bubble, my brother, awesome. Nice to see you here. I see a few other people here as well, which is insane. Love this. Remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. If you're an old fella here, or an old person in this channel, then please do, hit that, smash that like button. Very important. It does help us. My name is Sham. I make videos regarding crypto technicals and analytics, basically. I'll talk about just adjust a little bit music down. Awesome, my brother. Awesome. All right. How's it now? Better? Because I'm going to be relying on you to tell me. Is it better now? Or is it too low? All right, you let me know, my brother. You let me know. Okay, so let's do this. So what I was saying, introduction. My name is Sham. I make videos regarding, well, I do daily live streams regarding cryptocurrency and the entire market. I try and give you a perspective, my own perspective. So most of my videos that you will find here are my own version of analysis that I've done. And, I'm trying to keep everybody calm. If anyone's about to move over to the moon or something, I'll try and pull him back and say, like, guys, stand on the ground. We're not there yet. So let's see what happens. I see Yahya here. Awesome, my brother. Let's go in. Let's do this. So we've got the financial disclaimer going on, which is something we definitely need, because I know a lot of people are getting overexcited about what's happening. So Jeffrey, good morning to you too, my brother. For us this afternoon, it's about 1:49 p.m. here, but absolutely fine. Morning to you too. Now let's move over to the markets and see exactly what's going on. Right, so let's have a look at the exchange reserve. Not too much. We did have a nice little spike up, came down a little bit, very small amount. I'm not going to bother too much about looking at that. Market cap yesterday we were looking at 2.3, and I know what it is now, but I just want to refresh it in front of you. We've got a $2.4 trillion market cap here, and I have no idea why I'm seeing this. All right, that's all good. So everything looking super, super awesome, super bullish. Now I want to go back into the dominance to kind of show you something about dominance. You can see the price has changed, but when we look at the dominance, you'll notice that the dominance was not impacted at all. The price does not impact the dominance, and I did explain that. I said dominance just means where all the interest is, right? So you can see the dominance is still dropping. So if you look carefully, you can see the dominance still dropping, but the BTC price is going up. That's all it means, nothing else, guys. So remember when I was talking about how I would love to see BTC dominance come up here. This will give us a bigger, better, more powerful altcoin season than anything else. That's all it meant, right? So a lot of people didn't understand this. People were excited. They wanted the dominance to drop already. Guys, this doesn't give us a massive move. We want to see 1000x. We don't want to see 100x or a 10x. And the people who are kind of promoting this narrative, oh, BTC dominance is too high, we want it to go down so the altcoins can pump up. The narrative is quite narrow-minded. I mean, think far ahead. If you want 1000x, maybe even 100,000x, you want BTC to carry the market, give you like a $2-3 trillion market cap, let the alts carry up. So when this goes down, alts start pumping, and we end up seeing a $4-5-6 trillion market cap. You know what I mean? So that's going to be awesome to see. I see Tamil Game is here as usual. Tamil Gaver is asking about Flux Coin. Of course, we'll talk about it, but let's stay to the content because I don't want to make this too long. So what we've got here is obviously the market dominance. Absolutely fine. I'm not going to complain either way. I would love to see it to push up. If BTC dominance can go up, BTC carries on and all the attention is in BTC and it goes to like, $2 trillion, the market cap. So what we're talking about is this, because you can see we're close to 1.1 trillion. If we go to $2 trillion, the rest will follow. Then this entire market would show up as a $4 trillion market cap. That's all I was saying, guys. So of course it's coming anyway. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. We just got to be patient. So BTC today is looking awesome. We did have a nice little poke. That's what I want to say. I want to call it a poke because you can see how BTC entered this zone. And if you look carefully, I did do something that a lot of people haven't probably noticed. So you see this red box here. What I'm going to do is change the color just so you understand exactly what's going on. I'll make it green. And then what you see here is there's another box here, which is actually a different color. Now, why did I have another color sitting there the whole time and nobody saw it? It was kind of invisible, right? It wasn't. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. So we have our bigger range and we have a smaller range, and you can see where we actually found the resistance. The resistance that we found when we poked resistance here. So we entered the zone, which is easy. That's not that hard to do, right? We entered that specific zone, which is here. We broke these trend lines, which is fine. But then we still have this area here with a lot of traffic. And when we talk about a lot of traffic, what we're talking about is this zone here. You see how we have a lot of traffic here, you know, ups and down, ups and downs. So that's the zone that I tried to copy into this and see where we are going to find the last level of resistance before we move up. And what I mean by last level of resistance is pretty simple. If you look here, you can see the VPVR showing us where the last level of resistance is, this area here. Once we cross over this area, well, the race just started. The race just started. So I'm highly excited, highly excited about everything that's happening right now. So BTC looking awesome. You can see here as well, we did have the major box, which you can see that we just peaked. That's absolutely fine. It's only one day, guys. We might get a rejection, we might come down. As long as we come down and create some new level of supports, we're fine. So we can see we created this very small level of support here. And if we can hold this, I don't see a problem with it. I do not see a problem with this. If we bounce back down here, absolutely fine. All it's been doing is taking baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. You know, finding itself some little supports, moving back up again, holding those supports. As you can see, this was a support previously. It held that support, moved up, currently formed another support. If it can hold this, bros, baby steps. All right, and on top of that, we've got the 18th of October, which I have talked about. I have shown it to everybody on this video. This was an analysis we did some time back. I've even pinned the videos on our Discord server because I actually drew this in the video and showed exactly what I mean. So all the maths and everything that we used is there. So you can see the reversal was expected on the 18th of October, and we're approximately 4 days away. So it's coming, it's coming. Tamil, wait for it, my brother, wait for it. Okay, let's not interrupt and do the coin. I am going to do your coin. We are going to do flux, because what I've noticed is sometimes when you throw coins or somebody throws a coin, I kind of get diverted. Let me stay concentrated here, and then we're going to do the coins later. So give me all your coins that you want me to talk about. We are going to talk about every one of those coins. So drop your coins right now, and we are going to do this at the end of this session. So just give me a second. Let me just go through this so I don't have to drag this forever. So that's BTC. So looking good, super good, super good. Let's move over to Ethereum, and we can see Ethereum just poked above. But I just want to make everybody stay calm and understand one fact about all of this. Of course, we broke through. We had a power move. Absolutely awesome to see. What we now need to see is this confirm with the second candle. So we need one more candle to confirm this, that this is confirmed breakout. It's not going to dump back down again, and then we start moving back up. But remember, we still got another area that we need to break above before we can say the market is super solid. We've got this body we need to break, and this wick, which is the story of the all-time high. So once we break all of this, we should be super solid. So I'm so far very happy about it, what I'm seeing. Remember what I saw the other day, I saw this, right, which is a inverse head and shoulder, which always breaks upside. Awesome. If you want to create a coin, do I invest? So okay, we'll talk about this as well. Drop your questions. I'm looking at the chat today. The chat seems to be working, so definitely I'm going to look at those, and I'm going to answer every one of your questions. Obviously the only question we do not answer is how much your balance is. That's the rules. BNB, same structure. If you look carefully, same structure, right? You can see an inverse head and shoulder was formed already. We broke the trend already. We broke the neckline. We confirmed the neckline, and we held it as support, and we moved on. Again, baby steps. We're getting there, all right? But we're still quite some ways away from our previous all-time high, guys. So please do understand we're not quite there yet, but everything is looking super bullish. So let's see where that goes with us. Dot broke out exactly as expected, but not far from its all-time high. I wouldn't give a damn about this red candle. This is actually good. So yesterday I had a brother on the phone with me, and he was asking me, you know, how is Dot doing? I said, look, this candle looks awesome. But what we need is a second candle to confirm and give us a support zone. So the support zone could be anywhere. We can actually move over to a lower time frame and see if this is a support zone. And what you see is this has decided to become a support zone. That is beautiful. Now we have a foundation to move up from. You can't lift off a rocket, right? You can't just shoot a rocket up to the sky without having a base or somewhere to launch from. So now that we've got this, you know, I can see a nice little lift off. So let's draw ourselves a nice little rocket. Right, so yeah, we can have a nice little lift up here. We got a nice little base area here. Awesome. Solana playing comeback. Still on the bottom of the range. I wouldn't really look at this too much. I think it just needs to, market needs to settle. You see this area here, it needs to settle. Once the market settles, I think that's when it's going to make a move. When nobody's looking, that's when Solana's going to make a move. Because right now, a lot of attention is going into all the big coins and all the very, very small coins. Some of the mid caps. So what I mean by mid caps is like you got the big boys here. People are showing attention. But when it comes to these areas here, like the rank 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or even anything up to the 20, people are not quite looking at those. So we're going to wait for those. They are coming. They are coming, guys. Patience will be rewarded. Cardano, same again like Solana. Again, Cardano, not much news coming out, not much of hype around it at the present moment. I mean, we had the Alonso hype, everything was good, and that was it. Since then, nothing, but it will be carried with the market, so don't panic too much about it. That's what I'm going to say. Patience. We talked about Shiba, how Shiba's been holding support and literally been creating itself so a brilliant trend line here, and it's getting ready to make a move. Now, how far the move's going to take her, it totally depends, right? But so far I can see we've come to the squeeze point. That means we should have a breakout, and if we do have a breakout, we should be able to take out the previous all-time high, which is a local high, and then obviously move over to our all-time high, which is sitting somewhere up here. This is the previous all-time high. So we've got some ways to go, but so far the structure looks very, very good. So that's what I wanted to talk about on this particular one. Nothing too much. I'm going to drop some e-gold here. As you can see, I'm going through the list. E-gold bounce was perfect. It is moving up exactly as it should, which is very, very awesome to see. We just want to come back to this level here. I don't need to put a trend line or anything. This is playing out exactly as it should. So you can see this larger time frame here. And this move, when it does break out, should push us to a $412, exactly as we spoke recently. Let's move over to KCS. We did talk about KTS doing its lower highs, moving up, and you can see it's invalidating its current neckline that it had, a very local one, and it just needs to break above this neckline, and then it's off to the races, back to the previous all-time high. Once it goes to the previous all-time high, guys, you can see that it has a target, and I measured this yesterday. Let me go on a daily to show you. I measured this yesterday. It has a target now of $33, which is close to the 32 that we talked about, because this was, if you look carefully, a cup and handle that we just saw. So of course the move is going to be a very powerful move. So I'm just waiting for this one to come. Gala took a little bit of a dip. We did talk about Gala, and we did talk about how this is the perfect zone to buy. This is a consolidation zone. So in this zone you can buy. Once you buy, then we start seeing a move, and of course the money's going to come in. Once the money comes in, it should make a massive move and take us up. Bit looking awesome, and I realized this chart wasn't broken. So, you know, I can't see what's going on here. I just realized this chart is 100%, guys. Basically what it is, because there's not enough volume, there's only like 1 or 2 exchanges messing around with this. There's not enough volume, it's just not showing up. So these are volume candles that do not show up. However, when I did this, I realized I did see my highs, I did see my lows. So these are the closing bodies, which is okay for me. I can work with this right now. I can use it on the hourly, the 4 hourly, whatever, provided I use the line chart, because that's giving me a closing. You can see here's just a complete mess, but the line chart did give me the data I was looking for. And so far you can see we found a local support and we started pushing back up, and I think we can get back to this level here. This is currently being a bit of a resistance zone for us. Once we break this, guys, it's a different story. We're going back to the previous all-time high, you can see here, and then we have a target for it at this present moment at $3, which is actually 50% more than where we are now, which is not bad. So that was a bit down. I know a lot of people have been asking me for AVAX. Now, we did do an AVAX, and we did talk about how AVAX is within this channel. And this is a bullish channel. This is a very, very bullish channel. Let me put it on the daily. You can see it's a very bullish channel. And normally what happens, these do a power move. So I'm expecting this to at least come back, invalidate this area, the previous all-time high, the body, the close, and then shoot up again. So AVAX still looking at $100. Still looking at $100. So if you're holding, just hold tight. People have been talking about 1 inch. Again, 1 inch, look at this pattern. You can see that we've created the head and shoulder pattern as usual. This means that, you know, it's getting ready for it to break out at some point. Now, one good other thing we're going to show you is this here. It's found resistance exactly on this neckline where it needs to invalidate. I think when it breaks, it's going to do another power move, and then it should come back to this particular level. So that's what's going on. Of course, we still have the previous all-time high to come to. Long ways, but slow and steady. Everyone's going to do this. So they need to all catch up and come there. Aave, we talked about it with a few other guys as well recently. We said, look, the pattern is good, everything is good, but the dip was too hard for it, too harsh. So for it to come back to $668 is some ways still 50% below. You know, of course, it's creeping up. I think it's going to be one of those where once the market settles in one coin, like a Bitcoin or Ethereum, then the money is going to flow into Aave or something like this, because Aave is a very good protocol for making money. We talked about what's it called, Matic, right? It's forming another pattern as well. Of course, it's coming in for the next shoulder. So you had the left shoulder, you've got the head, you've got the right shoulder here. It's about to create a positive pattern. As long as the market moves up, I think it's got potential. And remember, we did say we are looking at a $4 Matic. Link, same story as everything else. I'm not going to even bother talking about it. We just need to get back to this $54 and then hopefully create a brand new all-time high. Right, I don't think I need to go through all of these coins because there's a lot of them and they're all doing the same thing pretty much, right? Got a long ways to go. Now, we're going to jump into the coin Tamil Gamer pushed out. He was pushing Flux. Let's have a look at Flux and see what Flux is doing. So, Flux Power Holding. No, we don't want that. Let's have a look at Flux. Flux looks good. Flux looks good. Flux looks very good. So let's go and do some analysis on the data. So far, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. See, what we see here is how. Actually, no. Let's not use this. Let's do something else. So you can see how we had this area here, this zone here. It broke out of the zone. It pushed out, complete power move, which is awesome to see. So that would be what's known as a flagpole. And if the flagpole decides to break from this level here, then what we're seeing is a new high for Flux at 96. So Flux can come back. Wow, okay, this is crazy. Check this out. Boom. So 96 is very close to the launch price, which is not bad. That means it's had its dump, it's had its correction, it had its accumulation area. So this would have been the accumulation zone. It had its accumulation, and now it's basically starting to move up. And also this has now become another accumulation zone, which is awesome. So if it does break out, you can see a 96 to $1, all right, which is exactly on the dot. I think that's where it's sold. So it's definitely worth. I mean, I think that's what Tamil is asking me. Is it worth buying? Definitely worth. But all I'm going to say again, as usual, guys, always make sure you have your sell orders ready, because end of the day, the market is heating up. Some coins are going to pump like hell. Other coins are going to be left behind. So please do understand. Also, when I'm looking at the Fibonacci is telling me the safe zone to get out would be at 78 cents. So you see the Fibonacci is not even telling me $1, it's telling me 78 cents. Expect 78 cents and get the hell out. So I hope this kind of helps, Tamil. Now, when it talks about coin, is it worth? I mean, I'm just looking at the pattern if I was to do a pattern trading. But now if I start looking at the coin itself, there's so many. Question now is, Tamil, which one was I looking at? Is it Flux? Is it Determined Flux? Flux Protocol, Conflux? Not Conflux, obviously. So which Flux are we looking at, my brother? This is where the confusions happen. We need to know. Which one are you looking at? I hate this when you got so many scam coins that literally copy the name and confuse people. Hold on, you said I looked at KuCoin, so let me just check on KuCoin what this flux is. Okay, so Tamil said it was the first one. Awesome. So let me just check if that was the first one I was looking at. Okay, so that's the first one. Seems like that's the first one. Okay, so let's have a look at this. See what this is telling us. So it's an Ethereum chain. That's the price. Absolutely fine. We can see the history. Looking super awesome. We can see what they do. Cloud infrastructure. Okay, so basically just by looking at that, very similar to what Arweave is doing, very similar to what Filecoin is doing, obviously with multiple servers. So this would be really handy for somebody who's developing a gaming, so like an NFT game or a blockchain game. This will be very powerful tool. That's all I can say. So I would definitely be looking into the project. I'm not sure if I'm going to be investing into the coin, I'll be honest with you, because I'm not planning to invest in anything right now. Right now, all I'm doing is whatever coins I have, I'm putting my sell orders, setting my sell orders so that they could all be sold. And I don't want to be holding any bags when the market tops up. Of course, I'm putting ridiculous prices on some of them, but it doesn't matter. As long as I can take my initial out, I'm safe. That's what I'm playing. So I'm not looking for fresh coins, but this is something I will be investigating. I will be checking out their company and see how they can help us, because what I'm seeing here, just this first line is enough for me. Flux is a new generation of scalable decentralized cloud infrastructure. Simply develop, manage and spawn your application on multiple servers at once, ready for Web 3.0, dApps and more. That's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So very, very good, because I mean, similar to AWS. Awesome. So really cool. I think it's a good project. I think it's going to be a good investment if somebody does pick it up. Volume is low. That's really cool as well. That means anybody who's jumping in now would be very, very early. I'll be honest with you. That would be a very early entry. Okay. In fact, let's have a look at how many people are holding it. Ooh, not much. Let's have a look at holders. This is fresh, guys. This is fresh. 737 holders. This is fresh. Of course, there may be a whale here somewhere. I mean, look at this, 400 million. But look, I don't care. I'll put a couple of $100 in there if I have to, as an early investor, and leave it and forget about it. It's one of those. So I'll probably do that as well. Actually, do you know what, Tamil, I'll be honest with you, I am planning to now probably put a couple $100 just to support the project, but definitely leave it there. Is there any agri-based ARV, please? They are saying scam. I'll check it, no worries. So Flux is definitely one that I'll be looking into. I'll probably invest into it. I'll probably use the software as well. I don't see a problem with that. I'll definitely check that one out. You want me to check out ARV? ARV. Is that Ariva? Ariva. Let's have a look at this. I did see this somewhere. Seems to be verified. Volume seems very good. Bigger than Flux. Structure looks good. Okay, whether it's a scam or not, I don't know, but all I can see is ARV has been produced for active use in global and local tourism for travel networks. They might have plans, they might be real, but ultimately, just by looking at this first line, it sounds like if you buy ARV, you're investing into whatever company produced this. So you're giving them some money. It's like an estate agent saying, we're going to be buying and selling properties. We're going to be selling our tokens. Well, you're literally investing in them. Do you know what I mean? So sounds like a scam. It is a bit effy. Um, and in my opinion, you're just supporting the company. I don't see this being the future. You know what I mean? Unless like companies like Airbnb and come and say, okay, we're going to create a Airbnb token, and you can use Airbnb tokens to hire rooms or rent rooms or whatever. So please do understand, how some of these companies operate. It's like having a fan token or something, but it is what it is. It's it's done its thing. It's had its audits. So definitely the company created a token which they've spent money on. That's for sure. But is it going to be any useful in the real world, or does it have a future? I don't know. It's entering into a very competing market. But then again, it's one of those coins that you are doubtful. You know that nothing might ever happen. And it's got 100 billion tokens. At some point, right? At some point, this shit might just pump. You know what I mean? This could be the new Airbnb. I don't know, guys. Volume seems okay. I mean, it's down, but 18 million? That's not bad. Do you know what I mean? Okay, fully diluted market cap currently 84 million. Not bad. 43 million market cap. Not bad. Do you know what I mean? When you look at all of this stuff, it's not bad. Also, you can see there's 603,000 watchers watching this. So there's a lot of interest on this. Lot of interest. And I did see it myself on another exchange that I was actually, I think it's here. Let me see. Oh, no, it wasn't this. It wasn't this. There was another exchange. I did see this and I was looking at it. And I was like, interesting. Interesting. So, could be, could not be. But you know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to have a doubt. And you can just, like for me, what I do, if I think something may have a potential or has enough volume, because remember, the money that's going into this is something that I would be looking at more than anything else. It's like, okay, how many people are interested in this, right? And how many people are holding this? So you can see, right? You can see top 1,000 holders from 41,600 people. That's not early, but it's not bad. That means it's distributed around 41,000 people. So for me, I see that to be a positive thing. However, I would be very cautious and only invest money I'm willing to throw away or burn, because these companies could easily go flatline and never come back again. So have a look at it, whether it's a scam or not. It doesn't matter. I mean, Shiba, I thought Shiba was a scam. Look where Shiba is right now. So, but I had my doubts, and I did put money I could afford to lose into Shiba. That's why I did really well on Shiba. What else is there? You're saying agri. What do you mean by agri? What do you mean by agri-based crypto? I don't have any idea what you're talking about, right? Let's have a look. The other thing, if I want to create a coin, do I invest? If I want to create a coin, do I invest? If you want to create a coin, do you invest? Well, your investment would be the time, the fees, and everything that you basically spend in creating the coin. That would be your investment. The time, the research, partnering with other people, getting developers together, whether you pay the developers or the developers are your partners. And of course providing liquidity. That would all be an investment in agriculture. And what benefits do you give or get from it, from a tokenizing agriculture? It doesn't make any sense to me, unless you're doing an agricultural token system based on the produce. So you have, I don't know, 1 million acres of land, you're producing bananas, and you're selling those bananas, and the token tracks how many bananas you produce and how many bananas you sell. Based on that, you have a great agricultural token. Do you know what I mean? But I've seen quite a few come out. It doesn't make any sense. It's more like you're just giving them some money or some Ethereum. It doesn't make any sense. And I could see in the future people probably do agriculture as in they probably sell land or plots of land on NFT. That could be something happening in the future. But now, any of those agriculture tokens doesn't make any sense to me. It just says to me, you're giving money to somebody else. Or what? I don't know. I hope this makes sense. Right. There's plenty of medical-based crypto. So Tamil says, no medical-based crypto or is anything there. There's plenty. Back in 2017, we saw so many companies come out with medical-based crypto to do this and this and that. Again, most of them, and I'm saying 99% of those medical crypto tokens turned out to be scams. 100% scams. Why is it a scam? By the way, the tokens are still there. The problem is these coins took money off you to fund their project. Yeah, of course, what is one of them? Walton, right? We got Walton as one of them, but Walton is something else, right? Walton is based, original Walton is the IBM protocol. And look, this is the 2017, 2018 height. This is the pump, right? And look where it's now. Look, guys, it's 4,000% below where it was the peak. 4,000%. Do you know what I mean? So please do understand some of these things, right? They're not successful because what were they providing? How do you connect a token to a medical? Somebody try and explain to me. So you know all of these people who hype into this stuff, oh yeah, we're going to make medical breakthroughs with cryptocurrency. Sorry, how? Somebody explain to me how. I mean, are you asking for funding? Fine, that makes sense to me. Oh guys, fund us for medical research, XYZ. That's fine, that's a charity. But what does a medical crypto produce? Or what kind of utility does it give us? Nothing. So again, people really need to sometimes take 2 steps back and say, well, question it and say, what is it going to really do for us? Does it make any sense? You know, what kind of medical magic are you going to produce with crypto? Nothing. You know, you want to buy equipment, I'm all for it. You want to do research, I'm all for it. You want to cure cancer, I'm all for it, right? But why do I need a blockchain for that? So that's what it is. And I know some of these guys say, oh, we're going to make, you know, the data stay on blockchain and this. Great, guys, great. But look, when you go to the real world, most doctors still prefer pen and paper, and they still prefer an assistant or some sort of crazy people to go and upload whatever's related onto the central database. And the central database is usually shared globally with other medical facilities or organizations, and they don't want to use your crypto. They just want a simple retrieval service to get it, you know. So this is what it is. A lot of people try to connect cryptographic or cryptocurrency and say this is what's going on, where you're going to secure the data. But ultimately, the real world use case, it's a mess, because you're asking a dinosaur to use a computer. And a dinosaur saying, well, no, that's how I've done it. It's an archaic way we've been doing it, pen and paper. We're gradually just about getting used to a stupid computer. And now you want us to use crypto, which we don't even understand. So, listen, it could have many applications, many different things. But again, I'm not invested. I don't give a damn about this because it didn't make any sense to me. Tamil, you come out to me today and tell me we're going to run a government on cryptocurrency. It's the same as saying I'm going to run a medical center on cryptocurrency. Medicine doesn't work with crypto. Please understand this. What application? I will have to see you to treat you, to diagnose what you have. Of course, I can plug it into Walton and say, Walton, do this for me. Use an AI to go and do this work faster to find out all the probabilities. Great. But Walton's doing that without a crypto. This Walton chain is not IBM. IBM already has IBM Walton, or Watson, sorry, IBM Watson, and it's doing its own thing. And it doesn't need crypto for it. Hashgraph, same again. The first ever presentation Hashgraph gave us was that how Hashgraph, the technology, can go and do things in milliseconds. Absolutely awesome. But what doesn't make sense to me, where's the crypto part of it? Sorry, tell me what I can do with Hashgraph myself. I buy Hashgraph. What can I do with it? Please. Let me tell you, I buy Bitcoin, I put my money there, I save my money there. That has a purpose for me. I buy Ethereum, I use it to produce smart contracts, experiment, burn fees, pay for fees for other things I want to do. I don't care if the money goes up or not. I'm happy with that. That's some sort of a use. But what do I do with Hashgraph, Walton Chain, anything? Nothing. Of course, during a hype, I'm going to make some money on some of the shit coins, right? Let me give you a good example, bro. Let me give you a good example. You're going to love this one. So what I want to do is just show you this. Nothing more. Just this one thing. We're not looking at a chart. We're just looking at this. Right? When I look at all of this, all I'm seeing in these coins is how many percentage I'm up and how much money I'm making. I don't give a damn about any of these. There is absolutely no use case. The only use case I found was BNB for messing around with BSC chain, Matic for messing around with Matic chain, Polkadot for messing around with Polkadot chain, Cardano for messing around with Cardano, Solana for messing around with Solana. Right? You see what I'm trying to say? Each one of them, like the big boy blockchains, all I see is some sort of a use case where I'm going to be destroying them to, utilize and do something. When it comes to agriculture, what am I going to do with the token? Fuck all, excuse my language. What am I going to do with Watson or Walton? Nothing. What am I going to do with Hashgraph? Nothing. Where's my use case for it? Nothing. Maybe in the future, of course, I might be able to use them to burn them and buy something. I am going to create a crypto in which it is made on future industries. Of course, listen, every technology that we've seen, when we talk about level 1, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 even, whatever, or we talk about side chains, blockchains, scaling solutions, they're all an evolution of something. So remember, when Bitcoin came out, it was proof of work. Then we moved over to proof of stake. Then we moved over to multiple types of proof of stake. Proof of ownership, proof of this. It doesn't matter what it is, right? So I know you're still asking, is there anything better than Hashgraph? The only thing better than Hashgraph would be your own blockchain, right? When you create something and you create utility. Currently, the best blockchains are the smart contract enabled blockchains. That's where the utility is, because you're able to create other stuff on them. Right? That's where the key is. Like Solana, why is it so popular? Avalanche, why is it popular? Cardano, why is it popular? When you look at eGold, why is it popular? They're popular because you can build on them. That's the utility. You can deploy your own smart contracts. You can deploy your own decentralized application or dApp. You can do that. You can use them for finance. Imagine. That's what you can do with them. Hashgraph, centralized, controlled, limited build. Other than that, what else? You can connect it via the SDK and the APIs, but that's it. You can't build on it. So there are problems out there. Like, for example, Bitcoin. You couldn't build on Bitcoin, but a layer 2 solution called Blockstacks came out and actually is doing NFTs on Bitcoin. Lightning came out. Lightning Network says you can use fraction of a penny for 0 fees. That's what they're doing. So every one of those blockchain, because what you want to do is not reinvent the wheel. The wheel already is there. Don't reinvent it. But nobody's stopping you from putting some alloy wheels and making all nice. So what you need to work on is get out there, use the technology that's already there. That's what everybody's doing, and build it better. right? That's the key. Build it better, because that's what I want to do. I want to one day launch my own blockchain, which has very little fees. It's not going to be zero fees, but it's going to be very little fees. I want it to be super fast. I want it to be never to be able to take it down, right? So it needs to be robust, decentralized, nodes everywhere, no hanky panky like we had with the Solana and this and that. None of that business. Once it's there, it's got to follow certain principles. What Bitcoin did, that kind of a principle. What Ethereum is doing, that kind of a principle. You know, what other great projects are doing, similar kind of a principle. So there are, let's call it a recipe. It needs to be decentralized, fine. It can't be taken down, fine. So these are part of my recipes. It can or doesn't have to have a coin, so that doesn't matter, because coin is secondary. It needs to be distributed. We talked about that already, decentralization. It needs to be able to be built on top of. Again, that would be a part of what Ethereum did. And move on with that and add different functionalities of multiple blockchains in one place so that it can be robust and future-proof, right? You know, let's see. There's so many out there. I mean, there's blockchains that are upgradable. A lot of people don't know this, like Hashgraph is upgradable. So if it's upgradable, is it truly decentralized? You know what I mean? Because Bitcoin is also upgradable, but consensus. That means when everybody agrees, then we upgrade it. Ethereum, if everybody agrees, then we upgrade it. But recently we just saw how Ethereum decided to push its, what was it, the London hard fork, change part of the algorithm. They don't really give a damn who agreed and who didn't. The only thing they did take people's consensus was ETH 2.0. So I hope all of this kind of makes sense. It's not simple, it's hard. But as I said, Flux seems good. If they are doing what they are doing, I am going to check the company out before I invest anything. But of course, if they're good, then I'll probably put a couple $100 in there. Leave it. Probably will go nowhere, but let's see. You know, but I am planning not to buy too many coins. Personally, what I am thinking of doing is trying to take as much off the table as possible. So hope all of that kind of makes sense. I hope everybody's here. I hope nobody got offended. You know, me dissing Hashgraph and a bit and bobs. Listen, there's plenty of projects out there. We've got 12,000 projects almost coming to, it was 12,728 now. And there will be plenty of projects out there with promises. Remember, everything is a promise. If you believe in it, there's no right or wrong, by the way. So if you believe in it, put a little bit down. You know, but remember only to put down what you can afford to lose. That's the key. I'm not going to say anything other than my own opinion. As I said, I did introduce myself and I said, that's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay? I can only tell you what the probabilities are and why I value some projects over others, and why sometimes I don't value any project other than the fact that I'm going to be making a little bit of money on it. Do you know what I mean? So there are projects out there, I don't give a damn about them. Like, you know, for example, I'll give you a good example. This one, I don't give a damn about it. I don't care how great it is. I'm in it for the money. Right? Where is it? Here, this one. I don't care how great it is. I was in it for the money. You know? This one, I don't care how great it is. I'm in it for the money. Does that make sense to you? So there are, like, for example, this one, Algo. I was in it for the money. So this is what you need to understand. We can't fall in love with every single coin out there and everything that comes out and every vision that somebody's giving to you. Because I could turn around and say, oh, I want to do this, whatever, and I want to change the world. And I could have a massive following behind me. But that's just my vision. So why are you looking at why can't you step back and say, is his vision okay? Is it actually achievable? Because that's more important. You need to step back and say, is what he's proposing achievable? Does it make sense? And is there any real use case? Because if I'm going to put my faith into something, then I need to be believing it, and then I can leave my money there. But if I can't, because if there's a bit of a discrepancy, I should step back and sometimes just walk away, because there's plenty out there. Look, for example, this coin. I've talked about how great the project is, but I won't buy a single one of them until the bear market. Why? Because the project may be great, but I don't see any use case for the token. Whereas there was another coin called Arweave. Let's see if we can find Arweave. Let me see if I can find Arweave. Arweave. There is use case. You need to use Arweave the token in order to buy, sell slots and data onto the Arweave network. That's use case for me. This coin is being used to do the utility on its platform. Great value in my opinion. When we look at, where is it? Say, for example, Kasuma, there's not many available because you need to put Kasuma for the projects that you're proposing on Polkadot. So anybody who wants to develop needs to use Kasuma in order to get the parachain, get into the parachain auctions. Then we come into DOT, you and me, so the average guy needs to have Polkadot in order to support the projects that we believe in, lock our Polkadot in order to get rewarded the new coins or whatever, and to see those projects launch. That's how Polkadot gives us value. So each one has its own little value attached to it. But agriculture, medicine, I don't see it yet. Maybe in the future. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer because I can go on with this forever. This is my own opinion. As I said to you, it's not financial advice. It's nothing. You do you. Of course, if you want to go and invest money into something and you think it's going to make a change, life-changing money for you, go for it, guys. There's no harm. There's 12,700 to pick from. You know, there is nothing absolute or not. But you got to, what I'm saying is sometimes just take 2 steps back and say to yourself, is what's being presenting to me, is it real? Just be real with yourself. Have self-belief. And say, am I in this for the money? Am I in this for the innovation? Am I in this for the technology? Am I in this for the use case? Which group do I belong to? And there's no right or wrong answer. You can belong to any one of those or all of them group. It doesn't matter. But be honest with yourself. That's what I'm saying. Don't take somebody else's word and then try and promote it to people and say, that's what it's going to do. That's what I believe. No, you don't believe that. Your belief should be your own belief. On that note, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. I hope the stream was helpful. Thank you very much.